So, on to week 29 of matches in England for the Premier League season. But first, let's have a look what happened in week 28. Quite a few different surprising results. So, starting off with Norwich against Leicester. That was one of them, with Norwich winning 1-0 over Leicester. Jamal Lewis, 70th minute goal, 19-11 shots for Leicester, 6-4 on target for Norwich. Ultimately, might give Norwich a little bit more confidence as they try to gain enough points to stay safely at the season. Also, better believe they managed to defeat Tottenham there today in the FA Cup to make the quarterfinals. So, might be some good signs there for Norwich to try and win the FA Cup like Wigan did before they ended up getting relegated as well too. Crystal Palace got a 1-0 victory over Brighton with Jordan Ayew in the 70th minute. 23-12 shots and 8-3 on target for Brighton on that match. My Chelsea team suffered a 2-2 draw against Bournemouth there. Luma and King the goal scorers for Bournemouth. Alonso scoring the 2 goals there for Chelsea. 23-9 shots for Chelsea, 6-5 on target, but ultimately not good enough as Hutu continues against Bournemouth, being winless in the past 3 matches. But at least we managed to get a draw out of the match there, I suppose. To still remain in 4th by a good 3 points. So it's going to be quite a nervy end to the season to see if we can hold on to 4th spots come May. Newcastle and Burnley played at a 0-0 draw. Newcastle with more of the opportunities. 21-7 shots and 4-0 on target. West Ham got themselves a 3-1 victory over Southampton to help their survival hopes. Had Bowen, Haller and Antonio on the score sheet for them. For Southampton, Obafemi on the score sheet. 14-10 shots for West Ham and 7-2 on target. But ultimately, the most surprising result of the week was Watford's 3-0 victory over Liverpool, ending all sorts of records. 18-game winning streak, 44-game unbeaten streak, over a year, like 420 odd days or so, since Liverpool last lost a league match against Manchester City, that was. Against Watford, who could potentially be relegated there themselves there this season. So West Ham, Watford and Norwich all winning their games to shake up that relegation battle once more. We had Sarr on the score sheet scoring a couple, and Deeney as well too. 14-7 shots for Watford, 5-1 on target, so they were deserved winners as well too. Everton and Manchester United was a 1-1 draw. Very crucial result here, as Manchester United could have gone within a point of my club at Chelsea. Had Calvin Lewis in the 3rd minute scoring for Everton. Bruno Fernandes in the 31st minute for Manchester United. 16-14 shots for Everton, 5 on target each as well too. And the final game, Wolves got themselves a 3-2 victory over Tottenham, with Doherty, Jota and Jimenez on the score sheet for Tottenham, Bergwijn and Aouar as well too. 14-13 shots for Wolves, 5-4 on target for Tottenham. But Tottenham not looking too good there after 3 defeats in a row, and then they ended up losing against Norwich today as well too. So, and all sorts of problems and injury crisis as well. So how I got on with those last week's predictions, pretty terrible. I only managed to get 2 correct out of 8. But I did manage to win out of everyone else's predictions there, as I was the only one that ended up predicting this week's matches. So feel free to get involved for week 29 of games so you can compare who does better, and then I'll give you a nice big shout out if you can beat me for this week's matches. So feel free to get involved, just a bit of fun. So the games I got correct, I went for West Ham to defeat Southampton, and I went for Newcastle and Burnley to get a draw Everything else just went pear-shaped. It's obviously my Chelsea team. I backed them to win. I went for Norwich and Leicester to get a draw though, but Norwich did one better. Went for Brighton and Crystal Palace to draw. I went for Liverpool to win, of course, against Watford. Went for Manchester United to beat Everton. And I went for a draw between Tottenham and Wolves there. So those are the things that didn't come through, unfortunately. So here we are, on to week 29 of games. Go for the head-to-head records of all time. Give the odds for the games and my score predictions as well too for the games there. So we got Liverpool against Bournemouth. 12 wins for Liverpool, 1 victory for Bournemouth, and 3 draws. Liverpool winning the last 5, a 3-0 or 4-0 wins included. Odds of this match, Liverpool huge favourites at $1.20, $6 for the draw, and $11 for Bournemouth. On the table, Liverpool, of course, top of the table, 4 wins in the past 5 games, 22-point lead over Manchester City, so they are still going to win the title despite the wheels definitely falling off there for Liverpool in recent matches. Losing against my Chelsea team in the FA Cup. 1-5 as well too. 2-0 after a 3-0 defeat. Conceded a couple against West Ham, so very leaky at the moment. 7 goals conceded in 3 games. And 3 defeats in the last 4 after just going winning. So, yeah, lots of things have gone wrong there for Liverpool. It's not looking too flash for them as they're currently in 18th in the relegation zone. 2 wins and a draw in the past 5 matches. So, Watford's got a bit of work to do to try and survive there this season. Bournemouth. Getting a bit distracted by their cat there that was inside and wanted to go out. So, Bournemouth, can they survive there this season? It's going to be an interesting battle at the bottom of the table. Going to go for the home side, Liverpool, to bounce back with a victory. Surely they won't slip up in this game, especially being at home as well too. Going to go a 3-0 Liverpool win. Next match is Wolves against Brighton. 6 wins for Wolves, 15 wins for Brighton, and 12 draws. Brighton 3 wins and 5 draws in the past 9 games though. Surprising bogey match for Wolves. Odds for this game, $1.57 for Wolves, $3.75 for the draw, and $5 for Brighton. On the table, Wolves are currently in 6th place, 2 wins, 2 draws in the past 5 games. For Brighton, in 15th, winless in the past 5 games, 3 draws along the way. So being a bogey match, can't really back Wolves to win this game, even though it does seem like they on a bit of one of form there. But they have drawn quite a few matches this season as well too. So you know what? Gonna go for a 1-1 draw on this game. Next match is Arsenal against West Ham. 67 wins for Arsenal, 35 victories for West Ham, and 39 draws. Arsenal 6 wins and 2 draws in the past 9 games. Odds for this match, $1.50 for Arsenal, $4 for the draw, and $5.50 for West Ham. On the table, Arsenal are in 10th place, just holding on to top half. 2 wins, 3 draws in the past 5 games. So, at least for them, they are undefeated this season, this year. So, 2020 for Arsenal in the Premier League. They have just recently got knocked out of the Europa League against Olympiacos. That was quite embarrassing for them. For West Ham in 16th place, 1 victory, 1 draw for them in the past 5 matches. All joints with Watford and Bournemouth as they try to survive as well too. This game here, Arsenal love to get a good draw after the match. It's hard to see them winning a 3rd game in a row in the Premier League. That's somewhat unheard of for Arsenal. So another slip up for Arsenal here. A 1-1 draw to try and help West Ham survive there this season, which will be quite good. Next game is Southampton against Newcastle. 37 wins for Southampton, 39 wins for Newcastle, and 23 draws. Newcastle unbeaten in the past 5 with 3 wins and 2 draws. Odds for this game, $1.57 for Southampton, $3.75 for the draw, and $5 for Newcastle. On the table, Southampton in 13th, 2 wins in the past 5 games, for Newcastle in 14th, winless in the past 5 games with 3 draws along the way. So for this game here, going to go for a 1-1 draw. Next match, we have Sheffield United against Norwich. 29 wins for Norwich, 25 victories for Sheffield United, and 18 draws. Both of these sides, of course, were playing in the Championship last season. Sheffield United, 3 wins and a draw in the past 4 games. Odds for this game, $1.62 for Sheffield, $3.60 for the draw, and $5 for Norwich. What I can tell you is Sheffield United will definitely be playing in the Premier League next season, and potentially even a Europa League or a Champions League spot as things stands. They could be up to 5th once they play the game in hand and win that match if they do it. And they are 2 wins, 2 draws in the past 5 games. For Norwich, surely they are going to be relegated in 20th place. 1 win, 1 draw in the past 5 matches, 6 points drift at the bottom. So not looking too good for Norwich. Going to go for Sheffield United to pick up a 2-0 victory here. Next match, we have Crystal Palace against Watford. 49 wins for Crystal Palace, 44 wins for Watford, and 28 draws. Watford, 3 wins and 2 draws in the past 5 games. Odds for this match, $2.50 for Crystal Palace, $3.10 for the draw, and $2.80 for Watford. On the table, Crystal Palace in 12th place, 2 wins in the past 5 matches. For Watford in 17th, 1 victory, 1 draw for them in the past 5 games. Watford's more in need of points here in their quest to survive there this season, so that might push them on a little bit more to get the result here. So I'm going to go for the away side, Watford, to get a crucial victory. 1-0 win for Watford. Next game is Burnley against Tottenham. 47 wins for Tottenham, 41 victories for Burnley, and 27 draws. Tottenham, 7 wins and 3 draws in the past 11 matches. Odds for this game at $2.63 for Burnley, $3.10 for the draw, and $2.63 for Tottenham. And on the table, Burnley in 9th place, unbeaten in the past 5 games, 3 victories and 2 draws. So really, really good form for them. And for Tottenham, 3 wins in the past 5 games, but have lost the last 2. And out of the FA Cup competition, not looking good in the Champions League competition as well too. So the wheels have definitely fallen off for Tottenham, including a crazy incident in the FA Cup game there just today. So just punching or some incident against the fan in the stadium there. So yeah, they definitely lost their temper. So can't really back against Burnley to pull off a victory here with 50-50 odds and a tricky place to go to. Won't be surprised to see a narrow 1-0 victory for Burnley. Next game got my club Chelsea against Everton. 72 wins for Chelsea, 56 wins for Everton, and 54 draws. Everton unbeaten in the past 4 games with 2 wins and 2 draws. So that's not good at all. So odds for this game, we are the favourites at home at $1.72, $3.60 for the draw, and $4 for Everton. On the table, Chelsea in 4th place. Just the 1 victory in the past 5 games, have got 3 draws in there as well too. For Everton in 11th place, 2 wins and 2 draws for them in the past 5 matches. Just trailing us by 8 points. So they may be 7 places behind, but in reality, it's not that far off. Thoughts on Liverpool getting beaten by Chelsea? Yes. Hello there, National Sports Loaded. Yeah, there is some great news for Chelsea. We were pretty brilliant in that game in the FA Cup, and I called it spot on as well too, because I backed Chelsea to win at 2-0 against Liverpool. So great stuff. Be interesting to see who we get in the quarterfinals and end that miserable sentences that I was just stringing together there about Chelsea in the Premier League. Hopefully that pushes us on and gets us another favourable result at home against Everton, who we haven't managed to beat in the past 4 games. Going to go for a 2-1 victory here for Chelsea. Thanks for tuning in the National Sports Loaded. Very much appreciated. So we've got 2 games left to go. Manchester United against Manchester City, Manchester Derby, so another big matchup here. 75 victories for Manchester United, 54 wins for Manchester City, and 52 draws. Past 5, United have managed to win it 2 times, and Manchester City winning 3 times. So odds for this game at home are 5-1 for Manchester United, $4.20 for the draw, and $1.53 for Manchester City. On the table, Manchester United in 5th place, 2 wins and 2 draws in the past 5 matches. For Manchester City, 3 wins and a draw in their past 5 games. That's on a bit of a winning run there, Manchester City, after that Champions League ban back in 14th of February. So just been winning. For Manchester United, they got a game against Derby County tomorrow. So hopefully they can be knocked out of that competition. Also got another upload for that particular game, as that's part of my Win the Club series. So make sure you check that out once I get that uploaded. So for this game here, it's not really a foregone conclusion. Manchester United sort of show up against big sides in the Premier League and then sort of struggle against the weaker sides, is what I've seemed to discover. So 5-1 odds is pretty good considering for Manchester United, but just have a feeling Manchester City will carry on their winning ways, and hopefully they do, because that will really help my Chelsea side out, especially if we pick up the victory and try and extend the gap once again from 4th to 5th. Going to go for Manchester City 2-1 victory here. And the last match is Leicester against Aston Villa. 42 wins for Leicester, 34 victories for Aston Villa, and 25 draws. Leicester 2 wins and 2 draws in the past 5 games. Odds for this match, $1.33 for Leicester, $4.50 for the draw, and $7.50 for Aston Villa. And strange thing about these 2 particular matches as well too, as these 4 teams they've been playing against each other in the semi-finals of that League Cup competition there recently. So a bit of a weird feeling to get back into action not too long after that in the league game. So how these teams are situated on the table: Leicester in 3rd place, 1 victory, 2 draws in the past 5 games. So they have really fallen off quite significantly, as Jamie Vardy still hasn't scored this year there. When was the last time Jamie Vardy has actually scored for Leicester? Just hanging on to joint equal top goal scorer for the season, after he absolutely was winning away with it at the start of the season. So it would be quite nice if he manages to score in this game, or coming up very soon there, as he's a great player. For Aston Villa, they'll be hoping they capitalise on this opportunity as another team in the relegation zone. 19th place, 1 victory, 1 draw for them in the past 5 matches. Need 2 points to get into safety. Going to go for Aston Villa for a shocking victory here though. $7.50 odds, nothing to scoff at, especially with Leicester losing these matches willy-nilly. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory here for Aston Villa to conclude my Week 29 Premier League matches off there. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and feel free to comment below on your thoughts and predictions for this week's matches. They're very much appreciated. And if you enjoy this kind of content, also check out my Scottish Premiership predictions, my La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga 1, of course the A-League, some Win the Club series, some other cup competitions, and some A-League watch-along videos as well too. So lots of different content for you to enjoy and pick and choose between. But if you're just interested in the Premier League content, we're back again for week 30 of matches as we are starting to wind down this season there. Thank you very much there for National Sports Loaded coming into this live stream there. Anything else you want to discuss before we get going? Otherwise, you can just leave it down in the comment section below after I end this live stream. Will be quite good as well too. It doesn't seem like it, so thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers.